Hi, Craig.
Oh, it is
Oh,
Alistair.
Hi, Alistair.
Alistair. Yeah.
I'm never going to admit that he's British.
Last time we dealt with the emotional was the reactions to Mike X unexisting a monster. Then we went into then we went into a house with more glyphs. Shortly after going in there, things from within the slits around there attack. There's a series of fighting and running. Eventually, things are either killed or run past, thinking that people aren't where they were. Jay has
Or glittered.
Yes.
We're
Has
scared off by light coming from Ebby's face.
changed to a large degree, and is intimidated into stop eating stuff.
I did heal him before that.
Yeah.
Also important to note, you guys didn't actually make it into the house. Carl's the only one who made it in.
I put it near Carl's spine or something. Like, Carl's spine.
Speaking of which, Carl pokes his head out of the house that you guys are about to walk into and just goes, "Are y'all coming?"
We're
Sorry,
coming,
we
Carl.
died.
We're coming.
Hey,
You don't
can't
look
talk.
dead.
I can't. Doesn't mean your mother can't.
Also, I forgot. I don't remember the voice I gave Carl.
Yeah.
A very
Excited.
not really monotone, but just very kind of not really extremely emotional llama voice.
Shut up.
You don't accept these children hands as gifts? How dare you?
Archie. Okay, anybody else? Does anybody else remember what voice I gave Carl?
I had left before Carl was introduced, right?
I don't think
No,
you've
Carl
actually heard.
Carl's been here.
Yeah, Carl's been here, but I don't think you've heard Carl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because Carl's been with us when we went to his farm and they came with us.
Carl's the cartographer. His name is Carl O'Graphy. And his daughter's name is Missy.
I do not remember the voice you gave him.
Carl.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember very excitable, so not really anything specific.
That's more of a personality trait.
Yeah, but you know how you can be excitable in your voice, though.
Yeah, it's more of a thing of like, I don't remember if I made him Southern.
I was gonna say that, but maybe that's just a vibe I get from you. I wasn't sure.
Here's the thing, I like Southern accents I can only do two accents, and that's Southern and British, and that's because they're basically the same accent.
Yeah.
And you would think, with me being able to do Southern and British, I would be able to do transatlantic, but no. You know what, fuck it. Carl is going to be whatever the fuck I come up with in my head in that moment for this session.
Yeah. He's well traveled.
Anyway.
He can do different.
Anyway, y'all coming or what? I found a weird note, and I think you guys are gonna want to see this.
Okay, we're coming.
Y'all going in?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We get like a long rest, because does our guard go back up?
Your guard does go back up after, like once it's like in between encounters, essentially, because your guard is just your guard being knocked down is just you being knocked off balance, and once you have like time to right yourself, that your guard goes back up.
Okay, so guard and health are all back up. I wasn't sure about health either, but
I don't know about
Right.
health. Here's the thing. I think technically in the rules it says that it just recovers in between encounters. But that feels
I know
wrong
it was
to
going to
me.
be
Also,
like too short. I was like, I wasn't sure how many people like were losing less on health.
yeah. We'll figure it out. I don't think you'll be getting into another fight this session.
I don't trust that.
There's
The way you
that.
said
There's
that.
that.
The way you said that.
But basically, I just want to see if I need to heal.
What?
We're in this house.
I do not think you'll be getting into another fight this session.
Okay.
Alright.
Anyway, Carl leads you guys into the house and pulls out a piece of paper that like bright white piece of like you guys all know what everybody except Ebby knows what printer paper looks like.
Yeah.
Half a sheet of printer paper, almost completely pristine, save for the one crease mark directly down the middle. And on it is written.
Let's see parchment.
Hold on. Yeah, Ebby, to you, this looks like. I don't think parchment is pure white. This looks like an
No,
incredibly.
yeah, that's what I said. I like that. That's what I said. Because parchment is usually like or animal skins and stuff. So
Like a yellowish tan most of the time.
Yeah.
Go down.
So you guys see that as it is written there with those letters.
Door.
What do I see it as?
You all see it. There are the glyphs on the bottom and on the top. There are, no matter who is looking at it, they are all in your native language. You can all
see
read the
a very
content.
confused look on the face of this person that you can't actually see the face of. Get confused body language.
Confused body language.
Can we say a little question? A glowy question mark just appears over your head.
That works too.
Like the Sandman from Rise of the Guardian.
He had prestidigitate or whatever his name above him. I can see the question mark popping up.
Senor
What'd you
Sandman.
say, Zapdos?
Man me a sand.
What'd you say, Zapdos?
I said just a single eyebrow appears raised.
Yeah.
Like it's piercing through the.
Oh, so that
Damn.
means door.
Zap, I'm pretty sure you might want to like check your signal or something.
That means door. That's a key.
Is this an
Open door. That's an eyes, and that means find door. So that means look for it. Door. Makes sense.
Speak friend and enter.
Oh, down. We did know down because that's directional. Oh, now I get it. Now I finally understand the directions. The little. Okay. Okay. Be safe. Go down. Find door. Open door. Key. Was this a way out? Yeah.
I was looking for more like books and things all around, and suddenly I thought I looked on that desk already, and then I looked back and here it is.
Mm.
That's.
Can you all read this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're all, because this is in my home tongue, and you are all from. I don't think I ever clarified you're all from different realities, the same reality, and you like see like he takes out like a notepad and a quill. Different reality, same reality. Where are each of you from? Tell me in detail.
I think we lightly
Also,
touched on it, but we didn't want to confuse you.
With quick thing with the statement of their home native, you feel like kind of like a statement come from, or like reaction come from Arl.
The question mark above your head pops like a bubble.
Yeah.
Making more sounds than we realize.
Gonna point out Arl. We think he's. Did we ever? Okay, we did figure out he's from Hell, right? I'm just not remembering that.
Yeah.
He's from Hell.
Well, you know that he came from Hell.
Yeah.
At the very.
Yeah.
But
that's all. As far as we know, he's from Hell.
Yeah.
I
don't think we know if he died or just works there. I think I
Arl
assume that he just works there.
kind of. Arl kind of gives this thing of he grabs his shirt, kind of fluffs it like he's fluffing a coat, and you see a prestidigitation of a crown pop up, and then it, for a brief moment, it changes, and you see kind of red go around his neck.
The king of hell bound you, or are you the king of hell?
A beheaded king. So what was your
finger guns over finger gun into a point.
Huh. You see, not even looking at his notepad, Frank. Jeez, why did I say Frank? Frank is a different character, maybe. Carl just sort of nods as he looks at Arl, just scribbling down notes, not even looking at his notepad. But yes, and also it's signed.
That's the AN on there, right?
Yeah. It's the only thing without a translation under it.
AN what?
Whatever it is, it has to start with the next word. Has to start
and just so you know, we're not all from hell. We are from different realities. That's just what we are.
And where are you from? Again, tell me in detail.
I'm from an island called Kindar. And I've never been off the island. Most people don't, or if they do, they don't come back. And so, yeah, we just kind of stay on the island. I'm also a farmer, so that's why I was interested in your farming technology that your daughter does.
Oh yes, my daughter is white, the talent, front the mind.
And I don't have anything like that. That was just amazing technology. Yeah,
honestly, if she had the ambition, she could take over the world.
Yeah, I believe that. So I just like I said, I'm from the island. It's not doing well. Disease, I don't know if the right word. It's really spread.
But anyway,
people. But yeah,
we should really find out who this Anne person is.
Is there but we haven't really found anybody here except for whatever the fuck Judo's character's name is, except for him. He seems to be one of us.
Well, we also haven't seen any writing. And you can so you can all understand this. Do you all? You're not all from the same universe. Do you all speak the same language? The language of here. Well, you obviously can speak the language of my town at least, because you're speaking to me. So is this? Well, I guess I have no way of knowing if this looks the same to me as it does to you.
I speak Galactic Standard.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't think we
Now,
do.
okay.
I think that's
Do
something
you
from her
see?
world, but
Okay. Okay. In the signature, there are two symbols, two letters. The first one is kind of a triangle with a line through the middle. Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah, that's the letter A.
yes.
Yes. And you, Galactic, Galactic Standard? Does it have an A? Are you seeing an A?
She?
Yeah,
My cat.
yeah. Sort of. I see it's a symbol that says ah.
Yes, but is it a triangle with a line through the middle?
Why is this doing this?
Well, it's open face. So is it really a triangle with a line through the middle? Or is it a triangle with extra lines that are extra long?
Max the Knife, what do you see? What does the A look like to you? This first symbol right here.
I mean, it looks pretty normal. Language I speak, that it looks exactly the same, just an A. I don't know how else you would call it.
Again, triangle, line through the middle. Or triangle with long legs.
Yeah, that pretty much the same as what I know.
Goes over to Ebby, same question. What do you see? A, long legs, triangle. Yes?
Yes.
No?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Looks like we're all seeing the same thing, or if I can tell.
And you, Matt Arl, your name is very similar to mine. Are you seeing a triangle with a line through the middle as well? I feel like I can hear you talking from the kitchen, but I can't hear you talking through my headphones.
I can't hear you talking through the kitchen. I can also not hear you talking through my headphones.
Young man.
Stop.
No,
A
the
from
village.
YMCA.
Are you
I'm
okay?
gonna leave and come back and see if that fixes it.
Is anyone speaking now?
Not currently.
No.
But I
Okay.
believe we're probably waiting
Okay,
for
is there
Gabe to
anything
come
else
back.
I haven't asked?
I
Haven't
don't
actually
believe.
though. But you know
I
is in
mean,
here.
I technically haven't been asked. I've just confirmed it.
Okay, is this what Mike X is looking at?
Yes. It's the language in Futurama.
Is that what that
Do you-
is?
Do you like write that down for everyone to
Yeah.
see to be like, this is...
I'm not doing the
Okay,
second
so
thing, but just
God.
So we're not all looking at the same thing. That is
Oh
absolutely
gosh.
fascinating. So almost everyone is seeing the same thing, except for you.
Is that a face? Is
no.
that an anchor?
That's ah. That's mm.
Ah, it's an anchor. Okay. Are you
So yes,
seafaring people?
mysterious. So maybe this message was left for truly a mystery. Down we shall go. A door we shall find.
To the door.
Also, I just wanted to mention we may not be able to find Anne because if they found a thing to be safe, they may have followed the thing to be safe.
Yes, and now we will follow the thing to be safe, and we will be safe, and we will find
So they might not be here.
Well, not here, they'll be down, which is where we're going. Downwards.
Hmm.
He like jumps, clicks his heels, does fall on his ass, gets up and keeps walking. This is not a graceful man.
Clumsy old man.
Okay, he's like not old.
How old is Carl in scheme of things?
Okay, so Missy is like in her 20s, so he's like in his 40s.
Okay. Yeah. So Cormac out loud is going to laugh at it. Well, actually, what did I just say? It was something old man. I just said clumsy old man.
Clumsy old man.
He would absolutely say that because Mac is probably older to an extent.
He goes, hey, I'm not that old. See, I've been so many places, just because I've been around a bit and I have a daughter does not make me old.
Listen,
What are you saying? Makes it sound like you're a slut.
I have two. I am an old man. I know what it feels to have chair back pain.
You're an old man. I want you to look at yourself, young sir. And also, to your point, Sean. And then moves on.
Wait, no. Answer the. No, I have questions.
I want you to know while Mac was saying, had his hands on his hips, like not even intentionally, it just kind of was a reflex. You know when you have your fists closed and you like put them against your sides?
Yeah.
And he looks down, realizes, and I have the perfect way. I'm gonna send it to the D&D chat so you know exactly the kind of.
I swear, if you do the flashback, the PTSD flashback gif again.
No, not that. It's different. He looks down at himself, and that is basically his reaction. Like that is his exact facial expression.
I did give Carl a wife, didn't I?
Mentioned, I'm not sure if it came up.
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah,
Callie.
Bibley.
Choreography.
Callie is a sister.
No.
Oh, that was when we were making jokes about like different members of the family.
You killed the wife.
Yeah, Bibley is his late wife.
I am chasing after Carl after he says, to your point, and then just walks away. Wait. What do you mean? This is the most interesting thing I've heard all week since I got here. This is my wheelhouse. Monsters are not my wheelhouse, Carl.
As you can probably tell from the fact that I have not participated in a single fight, they aren't mine either. But yes.
Yeah, so
Missy is indeed mine's and Bibley's daughter. However, me and Bibley, we still got around. We traveled, we saw, and we had fun.
You conquered.
Not conquered. I feel like that's such a violent word.
Well, you know, the classic line.
Maybe Bibley.
I saw a cock.
Bibley may have conquered, but I was simply there.
Ah, so you also have a taste for Sean.
Wait, does that mean you were just what? You know, you were utilizing those special hotel chairs?
I didn't simply watch. But, my presence there, it wasn't quite as demanding,
I get it. Your wife wears the pants.
She wore the most beautiful dresses.
I guess you've never heard that saying before, huh?
What saying?
Wearing the pants. The one who was in charge, the strong one of the couple.
It's a classic saying.
That sounds like a very strange saying.
I never said it wasn't strange. I'm just saying it was a classic saying.
You must have heard of what a breadwinner is, at least.
Win bread.
It sounds like an antiquated term that I may have heard in history class. Everyone gets paid the same. Too little.
Damn. I want you to Mac looked at you when you said too little.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. No, like the coldest, like damn straight. Like his tone actually changed when he said it.
Damn straight. God damn.
Underpaid and overworked.
Ain't that the truth?
And
there's nowhere
what
to vacation.
Is bread?
Hello. Can you all hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fucking fine.
And what did Mike Hex say, Archie?
What is bread?
Bread is a truly wonderful thing. It smells so good. We have to get you to a bakery the second we're above ground again. But for now, down into the pits. And he, again, heel click, falls on his ass, gets up, keeps walking like nothing happened.
Also, Archie, I'm sending this in the D&D chat. I want you to know, Mac did this, but the shape of like a bread loaf.
Yeah.
You remember the Nickelodeon show, Bread Loaves?
So it's a shape that you eat. Okay.
Yes.
No, but just Mike X's understanding.
It's gotten enough
everything is kind of a shape that
how to eat too.
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot about that show.
I wanted to forget about that show.
It's a weird era of Nickelodeon. It's like I feel like around the same time as like Sanjay and Craig.
It was when they were actually making new shit, but it was bad.
I always thought that Sanjay and Craig was like a PG Bob's Burgers. It looked the same.
It was done by the art. It was done by the artist who did the dick butt meme.
Okay.
That makes so much sense. It was all centered around butts.
Well,
Breadwinners,
did you not watch the show at the time? If every Nickelodeon show was centered around butts. Fanboy and Jump Jump.
Exactly. This is what I've been saying.
Yeah, this was the original creation of the creator of Sanjay and Craig. So put it in the D&D chat.
That makes sense.
It's actually all around the background in that show too.
I feel like I remember seeing it. Looks familiar.
That cannot be in the background of a children's TV show.
I can find it. I will show you.
Let's not. Let's ignore it, actually.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay, so is everyone looking for the door?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 2 yeses. 3 yeses.
2?
Would you like?
Please. Hello?
Again?
Oh, fuck.
Welcome back. We can hear you.
Yeah, I said yes, and you said 2 yeses, and I panicked that you couldn't hear me again.
I said 2 yeses, and then you said, and I registered that you said yes, 3 yeses. I'm just waiting for the other 2.
So what's going on now?
Sanjay and Craig.
The Wizard, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, there's a magical.
Is that who Anne is?
That we can all read. No, you were here for that.
More specifically, we're instead of looking for the golden the golden brick road, we're looking for the fucking door. Like leads downward.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing to look for the door?
Going to the Mines of Moria.
That's this. Oh yeah. Also, there was also like that door that leads into the cellar around the house. If you guys want to go look in there first.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
If you guys can, you guys should know what it says at this point. You guys have all the words.
Do we have do we have the symbol? Like, do we know what the symbol is?
You should.
All right. Like you can. I mean, like, have we seen the symbol? Just trying to remember.
Have you seen the symbols?
Was it this? Oops. Why is that still the last thing that I have? Okay, yeah, it was that.
What dot did you forget?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, because I was like, "What is those two dots?" So now we know that's door.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah,
key. Oh, speak the key to the door.
So I think it might. Is it speak unlock door? Because yeah.
I mean, in general, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I meant because key doesn't have the extra the verb dot basically.
Mm-hmm.
So speak unlock door.
I mean, the meaning of that is close. It is in the note from Anne. All of these symbols are.
Open. Okay. Yeah, I missed
Open sesame.
Oh, do any of you take the note from Carl's hands at any point?
No.
I
wouldn't.
Unless he offers it, I don't necessarily think he would. Probably translate it or add it to our books and stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's a no unless otherwise offered.
Yes, I don't understand. Like, I guess I wouldn't have thought to take it from him. Yeah.
If only Judo was here. I can just tell him to do things. And it doesn't feel like metagaming because it's Judo. It is metagaming, but like it also doesn't feel like it because it's Judo.
Wait, do you want us to take it from Carl? Carl can just offer it.
Yeah, but Carl doesn't have a reason to offer it.
You don't have a reason to
take
it.
I found this note.
Yeah, I thought you could say you want to see this better or something like because
here, can I just a little bit closer?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if he when we first walked in, he would have said, "Look at this." I would have probably taken it, to read it.
You know what?
When you take it, it does something similar to the rock back at the house. And the second you hold the paper, the words glow and you hear them spoken out. Well, only the glyphs glow, not the words that you recognize, but they glow and are spoken out to you as they do so, like a read along text.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, is it so? Do we think it's this type of paper? Because we would have brought that book with us because it was in a book, right?
It was in a book. This is very clearly different paper.
Okay. I guess. Can we inspect the ink? I'm just curious about the technology. Intelligence, okay. I'm rolling my digital dice because I'm not at home, which sucks. Oh, that's pretty good. I got a 4 and a 6. So 2 successes.
You know for a fact that this is normalizing.
That's even stranger. Like, this is just regular ink. Oh, fuck. Stop it.
Sorry.
Yeah, now you know how to speak. You now know how to speak all the glyphs in the children's book. And you know how, and also you do know that for the children's book, the words, like the spell was from the stone that was with the book, not the book itself.
Say that one more time.
You know from with the children's book, the spell was tied more to the rock that the glyphs were carved on than the book itself, although there was like some tie between it where the words lit up as it spoke. So now you all know, or at the very least can all gain access to, how to say the words in the monster book and on this note.
Well, that's so funny.
I remember there being a thing of if we said the word out loud that was in the book, it would light up in the book.
You try it?
Yeah, I say whoever I think door is. I say door out loud.
It lights up. All instances of door light up on the page.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Including the ones that you can read.
If I say Anne, as in their name, does that light up?
No. Do you do anything else with the page?
I pass it along. Thanks. So we know it lights up to read along, but then when we also say it, it lights up.
It also does light up if one of the players is holding the page. If you say anything on the page outside of Anne, the corresponding word and glyph lights up.
Okay.
Does it
light up for everyone?
When you say players, so it doesn't do that for Carl?
It does not do it for Carl.
Okay, interesting.
Does it have to do with us? I know
it doesn't do it for me.
That's because you don't speak. If you said the word, I bet it would.
I'm about to say, what if you write the word in the air? With your magic stuff.
You can just say prestidigitate. It is literally just prestidigitate.
Prestidigitate. I know, but it's also I'm thinking from Belle's perspective. Like, Earl, what happens if you write one of these words in the magic air?
He picks it up. Just does. First word he looks at. I don't know what word to do.
Cool. It doesn't light up when you prestidigitate the word, but if you will it to, it does light up to to speak its own message.
Hey, wait! This is a way we can have you talk out loud.
So it works in reverse. What's the name of your clown again? I keep forgetting.
Arlu.
Here's the thing. If any player, it's oral also. If any player picks it up, and if you pick it up and want it to say its message again, it will. If you pick it up, if any of the players are holding it, and you guys and any one of you, the players, tries to pronounce one of the glyphs, it lights up in response to that.
Okay.
What if we write glyphs in our book and then try to will it? It doesn't? Okay.
No.
Interesting. So it's regular ink on different types of paper. Only us, but it's not transferable.
What about pen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
damn it.
take a bottle. It becomes a glass. Where did it go? It's in my mouth.
Interesting technology.
I need to check something really quick. I know I have a glyph for this. You son of a bitch. Do I not? Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
We're just trying to find a glyph. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And I believe we're always looking for a specific one in general.
Yeah. You would think I would know where my own stuff is.
Believe me, I lose my notes all the time. I get it.
Yeah. While I'm doing this, are you guys doing anything else?
No.
I think we just start heading towards wherever you think this door is, or try to start searching for it at least.
Probably a good idea.
Cool.
You said there's a cellar, right? In this house?
Yeah, I was thinking we were going to the cellar for a start, because we have no idea what this door is in this
Cool.
town.
So, you guys know how to speak words now. And when you hear like the click of the cellar door unlocking,
Oh.
How far
You
away
are
does
immediately
the door sound? I'm sorry to interrupt you. How far away does it sound, or is it like near, like next to it?
Like when you speak, like the password, essentially, it is like coming from the door itself.
Okay.
And you hear like the click of a lock. And it before you even open the door, you smell like it's weird, but it's like the faint smell of rotting flesh.
Oh
It's
no!
Oh no!
No, I don't like that.
And mold and rust.
I'm gonna say Mac is abnormally queasy. Considering a lot of the stuff with the original body is changed in this new body, like how we said, like with the what was it, with how clumsy Mac is when he fell out of the tree originally.
Yeah.
Would his like reaction to smells be different?
How do you mean?
Despite working around industrial equipment a lot, he's still grossed out by the smell of like rotten flesh and all that shit. Like rotting stuff is still a pretty distinctly gross smell.
I feel like the smell of rotting flesh is disgusting even if you work around industrial equipment.
No, I feel it's worse with him though. I feel he's like it's very much he's desensitized to like the smell of oil, the smell of equipment, stuff like that. But specifically rotting food, he notices super well.
I think it depends on whether you think smell is psychological versus physical. Because
That is a
part.
good point, actually.
I feel like in this, you're psychologically you are going to react the same, but in this body, your sense of smell, I think, is actually heightened.
Oh no. So, for context, I don't know if
Tex, that's the same thing for you.
I have brought up that he is a mech pilot for a delivery driver, but he's like, it's like the equivalent to those delivery drivers you'd see will work a food service job, where they have the refrigerated trucks. So basically, the smell of rotten food, he knows the smell, and it grosses him out to no end. Because it also makes him panic.
What do you do?
Mac is gonna, like, as soon as the scent hits his nose. I actually have an image too. I'm gonna send. It's that. This is basically he goes from looking normal, basically that. If you were like look at how he's like scrunching his face.
Does anybody open the door?
I will say he.
Oh, can just open it.
I was gonna say Mac was gonna go behind the Arl and push him.
Judo,
you're gonna push me towards it?
Yes. Like basically like you do it without saying a word.
Honestly, Arl was just gonna walk up and do it.
Judo, welcome.
Like, you're
you smell rotting
panicking
flesh.
as Arl just kind of walks
Wait,
forward.
what? Sorry, huh?
Judo, welcome. You smell rotting flesh.
I smell rotting flesh. Interesting.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna be dusting.
I'm definitely covering my nose,
so I might be distracted. But that's not new.
Need spice?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to see. I'm making a cheese dip.
Nice.
Ooh, what kind? What's in it?
Literally every single cheese that we have in the house.
Okay.
It's got some mozzarella. It's got some sliced American. It's got shredded, just generic shredded cheese. I don't know what the shredded cheese was.
What do you mean by generic shredded cheese?
I believe we
is it
had
Mexican?
the Mexican blend.
Oh, if it's Mexican blend,
So whatever's in that. It's whatever they put in said Mexican blend.
Did you add any cream or some milk to like lighten it up a bit?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like I literally just followed a recipe. It was some flour, some butter, some salt. Mix that together, then the milk, and then the cheese.
Nice. And what did you say, EB?
So
I was just saying food tips from you. That seems like something.
okay, so Arl, you open the door. You are immediately greeted with the sight of two small corpses. Barely corpses
Oh
at this point.
no!
They look more well preserved than the skeletons that you have seen out above ground, like out quote unquote above ground here. They look more well preserved, but they are still very obviously corpses that had been rotting for so fucking long. The flesh the reason the smell of rotting flesh was honestly so faint, considering these are, while small bodies, are still two bodies, is because they've just been rotting for so long. Most of the moisture is gone. Most of the flesh has already rotted, and that scent has sort of dispersed.
Oh, so it's that dry, rotten smell.
Yeah.
Where
So as you look
it's
around,
not permeating the air anymore. It's just in the air.
yeah.
I want to quickly note, Arl looks unaffected.
You don't have a
While
face.
Body language. While I continue describing this, everybody give me a wisdom roll. Just put your things in the comments. That way I can actually get through my narration.
Cool.
I will try.
I meant
I am
chat.
driving.
Jesus.
I can roll for you.
Put 2 4s and a 1 for me.
Okay, so as you look around, obviously these are, I think, the first thing that most people notice. Aural, you're kind of taking this all in at once. It's all just like kind of bad. It's like looking at like a painting. It's like you take in the whole thing at once and then you slowly go into the smaller details, not really getting incredibly shocked or repulsed by one thing at a time. But the rest of you slowly notice one by one the bodies and then the mold and then just mold almost completely covering the walls of this cellar. Like the floorboards above, you're surprised didn't like fall and like completely disintegrate when Carl was walking around inside the house, because they just look so decayed and molded that they should have completely crumbled. The walls are completely covered in it. And there's this smell that you guys can all recognize, but I'm not going to describe because I just ate a handful of goldfish and I'd like to keep those goldfish in my stomach. And I'm going to let you guys guess what that smell is. And it is probably, again, like the weird thing of it's dried and the moisture is gone, so the smell isn't nearly as bad as you would guess it would have been, but it is still bad.
I have a very. I mean, you said you wanted to keep goldfish in your mouth. I'm actually your stomach. I mean, probably shouldn't describe it as thoroughly because I didn't know how I get.
Go ahead, go wild. I like hearing you describe things.
That is fair. It is kind of my thing.
Yay!
I
feel like it should be my thing, but I'm better when it's written down.
That is fair. I'm good at winging shit.
I am not, which is weird because I love being a DM, but I am horrible at improv.
I don't know if y'all have ever had a vacuum cleaner like finish it off and you open up the thing. But like specifically, like if you were dusting up like really small particle stuff, like you weren't like doing like vacuum up dog hair, you were just cleaning out a rug or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that rug was particularly old, so it's got that. It's not only as soon as you go to empty it, all of that kicks up, and you get like it's that very distinct smell of dust, but then it's You know the smell of old house?
Yeah.
Think that. Like, you just vacuumed, you're emptying a vacuum, and it's like old house. Just really old house.
I feel like, okay, you're probably smelling that too. That's not the smell I was talking about.
I was thinking, like, that's how, more I was saying, the rotten flesh smell is permeating that way, is what I'm saying. It's like if you, it's like if you emptied a vacuum cleaner, everything went in the air.
Yeah.
But you're basically inhaling corpse dust.
Yeah. And there are, and in their laps, these two small skeletons, there are not swords, but like pickaxes. The one has a pickaxe, the other has a shovel. You can see like various farming tools like scattered around within the cellar.
What the hell?
And I believe everyone got a success, at least one.
I got 2 successes.
Oh, sorry, what were you rolling? I think I missed.
Just wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Yeah, I got
Hey,
one
would you like
success.
some shredded pot roast and cheese fries, bro?
Yes.
That sounds delicious.
Everyone notices something that I feel like may be obvious at this point, but I'm just confirming. These skeletons are children.
I kind of assumed. I didn't want to say it, but I kind of assumed.
Yeah, I figured that as well.
Huddled together.
Get over it. Oh.
Huddled together, weapons in their skeletal hands, in their laps. Children, facing the cellar door.
It's just these 2 little skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking.
Ooh. I don't have any plates that are great for cheese fries, so I'm giving you it in a bowl.
Yay.
Before I think of an idea, I have a recommendation. There was one I got a while ago. I gotta find the what they were called. I got them off Amazon. They were a stack of they were 6 plates, and they were sugar plastic, I think it was called, or something. But they were high wall plates. I use them all the time.
Oh no, yeah. I know exactly what style of plate you're talking about. My mom has a ton at her house. They were perfect for so much. They have them at IKEA and shit, and I need to get some. I just always call them bowl plates.
Oh, they have an actual name?
What?
They're called coup dinner, pasta bowl plates.
That checks out. That's either used them for pasta or if I was eating stir fry or something like this.
Oh, here are the ones I actually have.
Yeah, so what is everyone doing?
Oh.
Yeah,
I am no longer distracted at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need a quick recap.
We saw children's bodies.
Lots of mold.
Opened door after discovering how to do so. Inside was 2 skeletons of children with tools.
Oh, nice. I'll let y'all take the lead.
That is fair.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do.
we really can't do anything in terms of except like question why these are here. Really,
well, my first thing was they probably were running away from the monsters, because if they're here down in the cellar with tools and trying to defend themselves, it probably is like either they ran here or their parents put them here while other people were turning into monsters like Jay was.
That's what
that's
I
a
was
good
thinking.
point.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and so probably if like their parents died and nobody came to check on them, they might have just died here.
Question: was this the point of this room, or is there anything else in here for us to do?
I have a question.
Okay, hold on. What did you ask, Chipper?
Is this the point of this room, or is there anything else for us to do?
Well, the main point of the room was to get you to learn how to unlock doors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then we just learned what was inside.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but we can. Okay. But we can do that with other doors. Okay.
I do have a question though, in
I
terms
really
of
want to know the arcana of this. Yeah.
with how I don't know how relevant it will be, but I do actually have a question about bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Is I don't know what I would do to check this because I die is still I'm still trying to like system, but if I were to like be able to parse off of looking at a skeleton, because you know how like usually if you see a skeleton, you usually see like by looking at the skeleton, you usually determine cause of death. But I mean, it's pretty. It's probably pretty obvious they were probably in here and starved or something.
Oh yeah. That's a good question.
But if we wanted to check, would I roll?
Intelligent.
Okay.
I would want to check that too.
I think I'm going to do so. Can I? So, what does he say? Intelligence.
No good for me.
It's 3 or lower is a failure, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, then that's 2 failures.
Same for me.
But with
They're
the wisdom
skeletons,
roll,
you can't really tell.
the wisdom roll was how we figured out that they were children, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mac has definitely gone into that same state he was during the combat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, go ahead, take a level in your emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, because he sees dead kids.
Yeah, I didn't think that would be good for him. I think with kind of knowing that, I was like, okay, I don't think there's anything left for us here. I think we should head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waffle doesn't say anything, but it's like a weird feeling that you're getting from her of like, she's not excited to be witnessing this, but there's something about your reaction to it that is like positive to her.
Positive to Waffle?
Mm-hmm.
You're loathing feet.
Oh.
Okay, guys.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Okay. Let's finally try to leave this fucking town. I hate it more and more as we stay here.
Yeah, yes.
Cormac is just gonna silently give like a big heavy nod, like you know, like when you rapidly nod or like try to like shake your head, like yes, absolutely. And it looks like you're just violently shaking your head. That's what he's doing.
It's like you're shaking your head yes, and also just trying to like forcefully shake out the memory of what you have just witnessed.
It's like I really don't want to be here anymore.
Go. Okay, yeah. Everybody, give me intelligence or wisdom to try and find the store.
Intelligence or wisdom?
Oh, yeah. Please. I need to leave.
Come on.
I'm definitely doing wisdom.
That's 2 1s.
I
critical
think.
fail.
Yeah, I think.
So presumably I also critically failed.
So that's a critical fail from my cax, and that's a critical fail from
Mac.
from Matt. From the two M's over here.
Wait, what are we rolling?
I don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
Wisdom or intelligence, honey?
Wisdom or intelligence?
Yeah, I at least got one success, thankfully.
I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Okay, so that's a fail.
You gotta fail, but a critical fail at least.
Yeah.
1 and a 5. What'd you get, Evie?
The only one that was a success was a 4, so I got one success.
Okay, that is a success. That's a success from
me and Arl.
That's a success from Arl and Sean. So that's half the party.
Well, that's good.
Okay, you know what? Actually, we're gonna take a second to do this.
Oh no!
Nobody knows. Everybody is either so focused or so in their own head that they do not realize Mac and Mycax split off from the group. Mac and Mycax, you also don't realize that you have done this. And you guys do not split off together. You are both separate from both each other and the group. The rest of you have not noticed. Mycax.
Tell me when I notice.
First time. Cool. Mycax.
Well,
I think this is the first time ever experiencing death.
Just have one question. Have we split off together?
No.
Or okay. But
You're both completely alone.
It's and I would say real death. There's the thing of you stab a hologram and then the hologram disintegrates. But
yeah.
Well, you did kill something earlier.
And like you've seen skeletons and like the weird exoskeleton with endoskeleton. You've like seen like weird skeletons and humanoid skeletons all around this town, all around the city. So this is the first time you've seen anything that was even mildly preserved enough to still kind of have a face, to still be somewhat connected to what it was before it died.
Yeah, I think the only thing besides that would have been the one Sean killed. Because the one I killed just was gone.
And even then, what? Evie, I love you so much.
Sorry,
I want you to. I'm gonna mute you. Just like text in. Oh, you already muted. Cool, great. They could just do that. Great. My cat. Even with the one Sean killed, how bad could you really feel about that? It wasn't a person anymore. It was like a monster, and it died. And that's what happens to monsters. They die. Like you kill them, they die. It's fine. But these were kids. I don't think you really know what a kid is. But like, they weren't monsters. They were like they were like miniature. Like you've seen kids around the village before you like fell into this hole. They're just like miniature versions of your friends. And they're dead, and they're recognizable as something outside of being dead, something outside of just a set piece to make the city feel eerie, like the pieces of the holograms that you went into. And I think that makes you reckon with all the other bodies you've seen and not reacted to. All the skeletons you have stepped over.
And I'm just pointing here. And Rama is not helping either.
Rama, at this point, are you afraid of what you've seen? Is that the main feeling that you are feeling from this?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's the main feeling. There's like a bit of like there's a little bit of the sort of realization that anyone can die, not just the quote unquote bad guys.
Yeah.
You're understanding you're understanding mortality more now. Oh God.
You feel Rama feeding off of that fear of mortality, that fear of death. But she's not screaming from the rooftops like she normally is. It's not the incoherent mumbling from earlier either. She's just quiet, just feeding, just letting you sit in your own thoughts. Because that is what is scary right now. Nothing is going to jump up and attack you, as far as either of you are aware. These aren't zombies, they're just bodies. And what is going on in your head is scarier than anything she could say or anything that she can lead you towards. Because what is in your head is mortality. And that is something you have never had to reckon with before. Anyone can die. And that's including you now. And how does that make you, how are you reacting to that? How are you dealing with that?
I think, how do I put this? I think it's kind of probably definitely part of what led to going off of dissociation.
I think even as you dissociate, it's like you can mentally disconnect all you want from your body. That will not stop a stab through the heart from killing you. And I would ask for a flashback. I would ask for a thought about this moment from your past. But I don't even know if there would be a moment for you to connect to. Actually, you know what? I want you to tell me about Rama, just a brief part of not Rama, of Mycax learning that sort of the bad guys die mortality.
It's the thing. It's like half the stories are like uncomplicated black and white moral of like you kill the evil king, like then they're gone and everything's better. It what's the thing? Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. And yeah, I think it's just that. It's just like you did something wrong. You did something like profoundly wrong, and you just kind of don't have the right to exist anymore. Like you're there to teach to not do the wrong, and that's it.
Mac,
Yes.
you tried to shake the memory out of your head. But your dad who just saw 2 bodies of children.
Wait. Repeat. I think I messed up my audio just now.
You tried to shake the memory out of your head, but your dad, and you just saw the bodies of 2 children.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment, probably, honestly, this is a yes, but have you ever had a moment of fearing for your own children's lives where you were genuinely not sure if they were safe or if you were going to see them again?
I always say not only has Mac thought about that, he is a very nervous man. It is near constant when he is not with his kids. He has the constant worry that he will never get to see them again. And death is just one of the many things he's thought of in that regard.
How constant has it been since you've got here?
Weirdly enough, not as much. I feel the thoughts of his experiences in this new world, as sure as they've been, like, especially because, like, has almost diminished how he thinks about things. Because what was the one that it was? It was like how he didn't realize Waffle had the voice of his older daughter. It's an unsettling amount of forgetting what usually is his main goal. Like,
You just got here a few days ago, and already you're forgetting your daughter's voice. You're not thinking about your kids and their safety when this is the moment that you should be thinking about that the most. Where are you right now? Where are they? What are they doing? How far are you? If something happened, not only could you not get to them, you wouldn't even know. There's no way of contacting you here. They could be dead right now, and you would have no way of knowing.
is Mac realizing that as you're narrating that example?
Yes.
Like, is that finally clicking with him?
Yes.
He very much because what I wandered off from the group was the main what had happened, correct?
Yeah, you and Mycax are both dissociating and so deep in your thoughts that you don't even realize that you have lost them in the turns they are taking.
Am I in a kind of a public space or did I veer off an alley or something?
Honestly, I think you can tell me.
I would say very much when someone instead of making a turn where it was trying to get to where they needed to go, he probably turned too early and ended up in an alley between two shops or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when that finally clicks, what you had narrated, very much full on falls and just bursts into tears.
You are living your audio drama fantasy right now. You left behind all of the worst parts of your life. You left behind the terrible job. You left behind the feeling of missing your wife. You left behind just the nights of just sitting just in the dark with your really only light source being the TV in front of you that you're not really even watching, you're just sort of staring at and listening to just to have some sort of stimulus to keep you out of your own thoughts. And you left that all behind. But you did leave your daughters. And I think there might be a part of you, and you can dictate how correct this is. You left behind your daughters, but you had done that so long ago.
So I'll say it's a yes in regards to where he kind of has that thought process. But instead of it just being flat out kind of like that happened long ago, he's never, while he's done it, he's never realized he's done it.
And it is hitting you all at once right now. You know you've been distant. You know you've been dropping the ball. You know that. You don't need a narrator to tell you this. You don't need some existential crisis to finally get that through your head. You know you've been distant. But just how far you are, how much Jonesy and Jackie do not know you, despite you having raised Jonesy for the first 5 years of her life.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you. You don't know them. You know what Jackie likes because Jackie likes all of the most basic things that an 8-year-old likes. She likes pink and sparkles and glitter and Barbie or whatever the generic equivalent to Barbie is in this universe.
The typical little 8-year-old girl things.
And Jonesy likes mech fights, and that's all you got.
I think in the kind of shell-shocked attitude, that still not a word spoken even to himself, kind of pulls Waffle. I couldn't remember if I had him. I'm gonna say Waffle is on his hip in terms of a sheath, kind of grasping the hilt of Waffle in both hands and just staring at the blade and wondering if Waffle will speak without him speaking to it.
Do you have a D20 close to you?
Yes, I have one in my box. Hold on. Okay.
What do you want to happen right now?
If I would say Mac is hoping that Waffle will speak, and also just me as a player, I do kind of it, just kind of playing it forward. But if it doesn't happen, I have a different reaction.
Okay. Roll a luck check.
Roll a check, Kek.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 8.
Waffle is completely. There's nothing to spur Waffle. You can feel her feeding right now off of this realize that you are having an existential crisis. Honestly, I think you were on the brink of moving to level 2 on your emotional scale.
Okay.
You are having a crisis right now, and there's nothing to distract her from that. There's nothing to spur her on into one of her screaming, cheering, not fits or episodes, but there's nothing to spur her into that. There's nothing to distract her. There's no stimulus to do that. She's just, and it's just, she isn't reacting to you because the thing that has distracted her, the thing that she's focused on, is this feeling of guilt and disgust with yourself right now. I don't know if Mac. I think it's kind of obvious that Rama feeds off fear and that Archie gets his power from being afraid. That Mac gets her power from being afraid. But I don't know how obvious it is to Mac that his power comes from loathing, disgust, and boredom. And if that hasn't been obvious, I think it's a little bit more clear now. As the second you started feeling those things, those honestly incredibly icky things, Waffle did not cheer for it. She did not spur it on.
Wait 1 second.
He just focuses in on it. Sorry. Also, we have flashbacks. Flashbacks are a mechanic. I've just been using them because I think they're neat. They are a mechanic.
Like it. I've been enjoying them.
Yeah, they are a mechanic that you guys can initiate to get like an advantage.
Sorry, I'm back. I thought I.
Oh, this reminds me of not stress. I think it is stress. I saw a mechanic like that.
Yeah. So like, I think it becomes a little bit more apparent to you where you get your power from when you realize what Waffle is feeding on.
Okay. I think when it clicks, like when it actually clicks for him, he's still gonna like what he was originally going to do. What I was originally going to do if Waffle did not speak back is just violently shaking Waffle by the hilt, like if you were shaking back and forth, like grabbing someone by the neck, basically. But instead, it's a sword hilt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like Homer Simpson?
Yes. Like the like where it like. No, exactly. Actually, Zap got that exactly right. That's the kind of vibe I was thinking. But instead of it's like,
ow, what? Why am I shaking right now? We're not in a fight. Why are you waving me around? What?
through, I can't get the voice right because I'm not like in the mindset for it. But the sound doesn't want just trying to just yell through tears, basically. Why that voice? Just why?
What's wrong with my voice?
He's gonna try to take a deep breath, and it is not helping. It is like, you know, when you're the very super stressed out, try to breathe in, and it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, and you just hear. I can change it. I like this one. I can change it.
No, it's fine.
Then why are you yelling and shaking me? And she doesn't have tears or a throat, but you can like the voice is like sounds on the verge of tears.
That is gonna spur whatever's going to be the other reaction if Waffle simply spoke to him. His eyes go bloodshot wide, like you just saw a ghost. And he throws Waffle to the side in a panic.
What did I do? What's wrong?
Just like now he's audibly shaking.
Audibly.
Or you know what I mean. It's like you can well, that actually was the intent. You can hear his
teeth are clattering.
Not just teeth clattering, but like, you know, like when you're trying to keep your breath in and like you're spacing it. It sounds like you're shaking.
Yeah.
Just stop. Stop. I don't want to hear my daughter suffer.
I can change it.
That won't help. I don't want to forget that too.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Mac is gonna finally kind of like compose himself, like as best as he can. Just stand back up, go pick up Waffle, and listen. I can feel when I feel like this. I can feel you I don't know how you would explain it. Siphoning or feeding off, or
it's okay. Like you eat,
So Mac is going to kind of sound dumbfounded. You eat this feeling, this awful, disgusting feeling.
Rama eats fear. Like nobody yells at her for it.
You may say that, but just grit teeth, like, doesn't even continue, and just sheaths Waffle.
And I think right before you sheath her, and she just goes, and I'm not just eating. Like that's what you like. The things that you do with like that comes from this. Like I siphon the feeling, and I turn it into the power that you use. The power that you use against whatever those things are.
What would Max say in response to that?
It's just like it's energy. It's what I like. Again, Rama eats fear. I eat whatever you call this. Okay, it's a little bit harder to pin down, but
he has shifted from being like his panic attack loathing kind of state, like ready to fucking break down and just go catatonic, to literally disgusted now knowing where his power comes from. He is completely, he feels dirty even the possibility of using this.
okay, well, that's not necessary. Okay?
What isn't?
I can feel what I feel it when you feel the things that I feed off. Like I get it. It's not like I get to feed off of like admiration or like happiness or anything, but you made me. I'm here because of you. Don't, and again, like just slightly choked up in the voice. Don't act like, don't treat me like there's something wrong with me when you made me. For one reason or another. This emotion is so strong in you that it was fuel for me.
He is literally going to start laughing with like a hand against his eyes, kind of like trying to wipe away tears. But not in like you use the back of your hand for kind of more of a cleaner wipe and not like irritate your eyes. He has grasped his head with his palm. And it's like it's like you holding your temple and crying into your hand is basically what
Yeah.
And well, I guess I'm in.
I have no clue what you just said. You cut out at the end.
Sorry, I mumbled it. I said what he basically said. Well, I guess I'm an awful father. After like kind of like a sigh, like when doing that.
What does that have to do with anything? Everyone feels like this. I am a valid emotion to things, just like fear is, just like happiness.
As much as go ahead. Sorry.
No, I think her being cut off actually works pretty well. Go ahead.
What was it? Sorry, repeat what you said. I actually lost my train of thought as I said it.
essentially, I am a valid emotion. What does this feeling have to do with anything?
About halfway through, he's going to say, this feeling, I feel it so much because of all of my mistakes, choices I made that I regret. So many. So many. I don't want this. I thought I wanted this fantasy. I don't. I just want my family back.
I thought you liked it here.
I thought I did too. I guess.
I thought you liked, like, I know we only like fought once at this point. I thought you liked fighting with me. I thought you liked being here with me.
I'm gonna say that exact, like, especially the calmness in voice to an extent, even distraught. That jolts a bit of a memory to him. That he has had this exact conversation with Jonesy because like how I said she liked watching mech fighting shows. That exact phrasing he has heard, and he just stops, does not say a word anymore, and tries to go find the group.
I don't know if you fully even hear this part, but out loud, there's just a whisper of, why do you want to leave me?
This was my choice. I'm having fun, but like,
You gave me so much fuel. You gave me like 50 million bullets. I'm gonna start shooting like a fucking minigun right now, okay?
No, in that scene, I was having fun. I was getting all into it.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Yeah, you can choose if you hear that, and you can choose if you react. Even if it's like on an internal level.
So, I want you to imagine, like, if you were watching this, where he hears that, he knows that Waffle said it, and he knows that, like, and same thing, part of that memory, it's identical, and he already is kind of like flush in the face, like he got done crying, like I said, but very distinctly like stream of tears coming down like one of his eyes.
I think you can move your emotional scale up to 2.
Fun.
Like, here's the thing. The scale is like, I think 2 is like the people will rarely feel this at this level. But I think that applies here. Let me go to the scale if I can find it. Yeah, level 2, intense. Level 2 is feeling intensely. Level 3 is likely as strong as any individual person has ever felt it. Yeah, so this is just like an intense feeling of like, I think honestly, I feel like it's self-loathing at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
It's self-loathing, it's guilt, it's disgust at, still like that lingering disgust off of where you have been getting your power, and that disgust at yourself, and as much as you hate it, a disgust at Waffle, and a disgust at that disgust of Waffle.
Just everything all together. Just bad.
Just like it's just building and building and building on top of each other. And Ebby, you now have realized, hey, where's your friends?
Also, I hope it came across. I absolutely wanted it to start coming off like a parent arguing with a child.
Yes. And it's like a parent arguing with a child, but it's like the kid says like some absolutely heartbreaking shit. It's like, why do you want to leave me? Ugh. Yeah, Ebby, I don't know if you're actually listening. You know what, Judo?
Nope.
Oh, nope. Ebby just had to leave and come back. Hello.
Hello?
Still can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh,
Okay, it's working now.
hello?
Hello?
Hello!
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello.
That wasn't my computer, and so I guess with the audio switch, it is a thing. But yes.
Yeah. Anyway, your friends are gone. When did you lose them? You don't know.
Do I also realize this now?
Yes.
I don't know how far they are, and and of course my character wouldn't, but she would try to do detect creature. I feel like the
Hey,
scripture.
we did settle on detect creature for you, didn't we?
This is the reason why I wanted it.
Is this? Did you really pick detect creature for find a friend?
Pretty much. I wanted to. It was either that or detect or find object, but I wanted detect creature as Ebony wanted because I was like, I know we're going to get separated. At least I know it's not that far because it is a short distance, but I would like to try.
No,
See,
you've been walking for at least like 30 minutes. You don't know what point you lost them at.
Exactly. So that's all like
they've been walking as well.
That. Yeah, she wouldn't know that, but I probably would, but I would still want to try.
Yeah, so you cast it. Roll your d12 to see if you take on God debt.
It's my wisdom plus my die, right?
Actually, let me look.
Because I believe all of them is wisdom, right? Because
just think, I don't know if you need to like roll successes for this one.
All of them are difficulty 0, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. Hold on, let me just look at it.
Mm-hmm. I assume all of my scriptures was roll wisdom plus my class.
Yeah, for now, just roll your d12 because you have to roll that for anything. Because if you roll a 1, you accrue God debt.
I did not roll a 1, luckily. I'm already.
Yay!
My guess, based off what I've seen, is you need at least 1 for it to do anything, but the amount doesn't matter for that one.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Go ahead, go roll.
I got 1 success. Yeah, I got 1 success on my regular, and then a success on my. Yeah.
Which one are you looking for right now?
I guess it will be Mike Axe first, because that's the first one that I know. I met her first, and more rapport, and she has less experience with stuff. So I guess that would be my first.
Matt, and give me a luck check to see if they run into you while looking for Mike Axe.
That's 16.
Yeah, so as you're like on the way, you see like this glowing line on the ground, and just
That's
as
exactly
you're
how
like
I pictured
walking,
this. That's exactly how
as
I
you're like
pictured this.
as you're like walking around looking for your friends, you see this line on the ground. I think you are still very fresh, still very freshly recovering from your talk with Waffle. So you're still looking rough. But you can hear like the footsteps coming from like down an alley.
My cats.
Hello.
Yeah. Go around or back or whatever towards.
Yeah, my cats, you're walking around, you see this as you're dissociating, you see this glowing line on the floor that like ends right in front of you with like a glowing dot that just sort of like pulsates. And no matter where you move, the dot follows you.
Yeah, I'm just following the line. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys. Wait. Let me make sure we find them first before we move on.
Yeah. Mac, are you hiding your recovery from them, or are you just being like too tired?
Too exhausted after that to bother to cover it up.
And I do want to mention, even with the talk they just had, the clear disgust that you showed at the idea of using this feeling for your power, you can still feel Waffle siphoning it.
Oof.
But anyway, you guys do see Mac as you're looking for Mike Hacks. He looks rough.
Not he.
Not you.
Sorry, not Mac. I was talking about Mac.
Okay. So it's
looking
Mac
for
and Mike.
All the way to you.
Yeah.
Looking for Mike Hacks, runs into Mac. Mac is the one looking rough. Mike Hacks also looks rough. We haven't gotten quite to her yet.
Yeah. Oh,
Also,
Mac,
we
found you too.
Is Mike Hacks also following like the line?
No, I think yes, but actually for the specific reason of, I think as dissociated to the point of mentally isn't here, the line just reinforces that they're on like one of their walks back home.
Oh, no.
Aww.
Yeah, if you follow the glowing thing, that's the path you're supposed to take.
Aww.
Yeah. Mac, are you okay?
Yeah. It actually came out exactly like that, how I just did now, where it's like that.
Okay.
You hear
just noises.
You hear Waffle in your mind, like, tell him.
Wait. You look rough. Okay, but are you okay to still move?
I can move. Just give me a bit.
Okay, we'll take our time, but I don't want to stay here any longer.
Yes.
I'm checking my cats, so.
The only
she left
loud fair. The only loud thing he says is the yes as soon as you say we should leave.
Okay. We'll find my cats and then head off.
Again, in your mind, Mac, tell them you don't want me anymore and you want to leave.
Oh God. Mac, without he processes what Waffle just said. Evie, what is your character's name again?
I'm just holding your hand as I'm trying to find the.
Eddie's
following the
character's name
line.
is Val.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Val.
He is looking dead into Belle's eyes.
Vel, V-E-L.
Oh, Vel, my apologies.
No,
looks down at like the fact that you're grasping his hand. Where are the others?
oh my god, what's my name? Jay and Sean, unless they followed me, I'm still assuming that they stayed right.
It seems like you all were going in the same direction, I think, outside of the two of us.
Yeah, everyone else is within the group.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're following me, because of course I'm leaving to go find these two. So I don't know if they followed me or just like they stayed there and we'll just reconvene and go back.
That's a good question.
Yeah. And as you are like repeatedly, as you are again ignoring Waffle, you hear even louder in your head, tell them that you want to leave because you want to go be with your real daughters. Because this is a...
Ooh, that's gonna... Sorry, go ahead.
Just another, tell them. Just prodding at you.
I'm kind of walking unless you stop me, grabbing your hand as I'm trying to find my cat.
He is getting visible, like he's processing everything what he's saying, and he is getting he's visibly shifting, being very like his like depressed, kind of like he just got done crying look, to visibly angry. And this is a man who does not get angry. Like, it's bad if you see him get angry. And he like pulls his hand away from you, like forcefully.
Yeah, I think she kept looking at the line, so she's gonna look up at you. Then, if you do that, like,
go.
Is everything okay?
I'm fine. Go find Mike Hex. I'm going to the others. I need to get the hell out of here.
Okay. So I'll be there in a second. So make sure to eat some rations, stuff, get some water. And then I continue following the line to Mike X. You should be able to follow, unless the line is gone. I think the line.
Does the line start from you? I'm guessing, and then it just as you follow it disappears.
Okay, that's all I was wondering. Yep. Okay, I just point like there. Sean and Jay are back that way.
Actually, you can like see Mike X like down the street as she is following this line as well.
Oh, Mike X.
What, you don't want to tell
her? Mike X.
Ooh.
You don't want to tell her that you don't want me anymore?
Stop it.
Just you threw me on the floor because I sound too much like the person you actually want to be around? Like the person you wish you were there for?
Every time Waffle continues to prod him, he is getting louder and louder and saying, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
You already left her. I'm right here.
It's... I don't want to keep interrupting this scene with Val and Mike X, but
it's good. Like we're overlapping. So like.
Oh, okay. Okay, if we're overlapping, I wanted to make sure before I continue.
Yeah, because I'm still going that way. Probably out Mike X.
This is like happening simultaneously of like Val calling out for Mike X just absolutely being shut off. At the same time, you are just being yelled at in your own brain.
Exactly. Is Mike X coming?
Mike X is following the line.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's just quietly following the line. I was like, I guess I sprint up to her then if I see like Mike X. You okay?
I think as you're coming up, by the way, you'll probably notice is Mike X is basically separately. Notice Magax is walking a little bit strangely from what you've seen, because Magax is basically on autopilot and is trying to autopilot from like their body, not this much larger one.
Much smaller steps.
Are you okay to leave?
I'm gonna put this into the chat while that's playing out.
No problem.
So you go ahead.
Magax, are you okay to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I grab your hand and it's like, just start walking. And then catch up with Mac. Just walk back both of them together unless they stop me or say something. I'm just gonna keep ushering them to Sean and Jay.
Yeah, I think honestly at this point, Aunt, you can just say it out loud before we
So what was the last thing? What was the last thing Waffle said before?
You already left her. You already left her. I'm right here.
And you think that makes this better? Bro.
Yeah, I think honestly I'm trying to figure out what to say to that.
Fair. It's very much, it could be just, it could leave any of us speechless. Like, it was either going to be that or he just call her an echo more than anything. Or it's not actually. You know what? We'll roll it back. So Waffle had said, "I'm here." She's not. Basically,
you already left her. I'm still here. I'm right here.
Yes, but you're just an echo.
I'm not.
Please let me speak. You were the only thing I have left keeping me with even a fragment of myself. I don't want you to change the voice. And don't think my anger means I don't care for who I do. I am wording that weirdly. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like don't construe his anger as like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So please just drop it. Don't prod me. I will not be pushed. I'm pushed around enough as it is. Let me make the choice for myself. I will tell them when I want.
Okay. I don't know if that picked up.
Yeah, it did.
It did. And he is very much, his tone goes down from the yelling completely. He goes back down to 0 in vocals. And he's like, he doesn't say Waffle when he says this, by the way. He says, "I'm sorry, Jonesy."
It's okay. I think she just goes silent. I don't think you can feel her siphoning this energy anymore. She just goes. It's like it just radio silence on her end.
I'm glad I'm bringing the. I am bringing my A game
Here's the
tonight. I
thing.
don't know how.
I need to make the most of when you're here because it's never a guarantee.
True.
Anyway, speaking of the other person who is not a guarantee that they'll be here, what are you up to, Gino?
Huh?
What are you doing? Are you still looking for the door? Did you go with Vel to look for the others?
Well, I was about to say drawing, but then I realized you were talking about what is Jay doing. I don't think he follows Vel.
So still looking for the door? I don't think you ever gave me an intelligence roll. Roll intelligence.
Okay. 3 and a 5.
Yeah, with the sort of combined efforts, Sean, are you with Jay or did you go with Vel?
I would probably go with Jay.
Cool. What did you roll on your intelligence? You rolled a 3 and a 5 as well, right?
When was the intelligence? Was that earlier when we were looking for people?
Yeah, it was back. Yeah,
I
he
got
got
a 5 and
a 5 and
6 on that.
6.
5 and 6. Okay, so like the two of you together, mostly Sean, do you manage to find maybe a door? It's like there's what looks like it would be like a giant stone opening, except right behind this opening is another giant stone that looks like it's big enough to completely cover like it's big enough to completely cover the hole with no it's not like seamless, it looks like it's full like pressed up behind it, but if you try to push it there is like absolutely no give. But inscribed on it, what you can understand now is the same words that were on the cellar door. Speak, open door.
So yeah, this is a different cellar door.
This is not a cellar door. This is a giant stone almost door. Again, it looks like this used to be like a archway of sorts, or like a moon gate even. With a giant stone pressed up behind it, and inscribed on the stone pressed up against this hole is speak, open door. In the glyphs, but you can understand those glyphs now.
I can just understand the glyphs now. Hold up.
Those ones specifically, because you know what they said from the door and from the note.
Oh, because they say door and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming this is the giant door that was in reference to the note. So.
Oh, also, you are right next to a lake. Not a lake, but like a cave river.
If I say door, does the glyph light up on the giant thing?
Yes.
If I say open sesame.
No.
If I say open sesame and telepathically tug at the door.
What are you doing right now? You don't even. Okay, are you speaking in this language? And like the language. You don't know what sesame means. Like, sesame is not a word that you think is in this language. And if it is, you don't know it yet.
I'm the only one who. You're right. I'm the only one who did anything at the restaurant.
Would you have chosen to learn the word sesame?
Is it a spice? Is it a seed? Who knows? Let's find out.
Oh my god.
Um.
Are you just stalling until the rest of the group gets back?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know what the
Jay.
buffer is.
Like, sure.
Cool. Jay.
Yo.
What are
You're
you
sounding
doing?
warbly to me, bro.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
you have this buzzing sound when you speak.
Yeah, you're starting to
right now.
warble in your voice.
That's just for my headphones.
Okay.
Is it like, can you not like, is it like distracting, or can you not understand what I'm saying, or is it just a reflex?
It's very aggressive. Like it's more than it was before.
Yeah. I'm in charge. Oh, never mind. Rose back. I'm no longer in charge.
Okay, here's the thing. If I leave, the order of command becomes Ant, Archie, Ebby, and then the rest of you fight in gladiatorial combat.
It was my birthday yesterday. I should get pumped up.
I should look at the level of stuff between Ant and everyone else. Like a pause. Ant, Archie, Abby.
The rest of you can fight for your rights. You know what, Zapdos? As a gift, you get a weapon, a dagger, and everyone else fights bare knuckle.
Let's go. That's all I need.
However, this dagger can be stolen from you.
But I'm not allowed to fight
hand.
upwards, right?
What'd you say?
I'm not allowed to fight up the ladder. It's only high level.
Yeah, no, you're only fighting. It's like you're fighting Judo and Gabriel for your place in the rankings underneath
That's cool.
Archie, Aunt Archie, Ebby.
It's a tough race for 4.
Yeah. It's a tough race to not be in 6th.
That's cool.
But anyway, yeah, if I have to leave again, Ant is in charge. Ant, you determine their fates.
Okay.
I don't know if this was the best or worst decision of my life, depending on that. Okay.
Fair enough.
Like that is either the okay,
my friend.
that is either the okay of someone who is going to do absolutely nothing with this power, or the okay of someone who doesn't care so much that they're going to destroy everything as quickly as possible.
I wouldn't do that to
He flips
you.
the coin.
Flip a coin. But anyway, Judo, Jay,
Yes. Hi.
create some problems for me.
I would, but I'm not entirely sure how I could do that at the moment.
Fair enough. Honestly, at this point, I just assume you can create problems literally wherever you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, the rest of the group joins back up.
Wonderful. I don't fully remember what we did last time, but can we just use that again?
Yeah, you guys just the glyph for speak is a lot bigger, and then smaller is open door. When you guys opened the cellar door, whichever one of you thought it would be, spoke open door.
So it's like in quotation marks. I don't know.
I don't know which is higher, Secretary of State or Secretary of Treasury. Zapdos, you are not that high up. You're like a mayor at most.
That would not put me in line to be president, bro. Do you know how many people have to die before I become president if I'm just a mayor?
Yeah, so
that's the exact
Vice
point.
President,
Archie,
Speaker of the House,
Eddie,
Tempor of the Senate, Senate Secretary of State.
it is.
Yeah. I was looking at the list wrong, and I figured the president would be number 1, so I just bumped myself down. But that's not. It starts with vice president on the list I was looking at. So I just jumped straight to 4th or 5th.
Yeah, Evie, you speak the words. A
Yes.
door opens.
Oh.
And it is dark. And it is down. And Carl jumps in.
What the fuck? I don't think there's any like scripture or something that will let me do this, but can I just fucking glow? Like, if it's from my hammer or something. Because I'm like, we don't have a torch, but I want to like radiate light.
I mean, you have here's the thing. Your what was it? Light blast or something? Like blinding blast or something.
Yeah.
That just creates really bright light from you. Like it was from your eyes and then from your scar and then from your hammer.
Sure.
Like you just create light.
Cool.
Like you harness the powers of the god of light. Light itself. You can glow.
Right, I would like to do that. Alright.
But yeah, in order. Okay, I'm assuming all of you guys will jump eventually. Who's jumping first? What is the order of operations happening here?
I want to see. So we can't see down though. We just know it goes down.
Yep.
I jump.
I figured you would. Like I just want to see, like, we don't hear them fall to their death on the ground, right?
Their voices fade out before you hear anything else. Also, want to mention, it's like you're not falling straight down. It's more just like a very, very narrow mudslide. Like theoretically, honestly, less mudslide. It's like you're right next to a like a source of water. So like there's some dampness in this dirt, but it's more dry than it is wet. Theoretically, you could climb back up this. It would take a lot. And you are falling for so long.
Yeah.
Carl is right next to you, cheering, whooping. It's like y'all have a grand old time. Who's next?
Okay. So I guess I'll just go down as careful as possible. I probably know I'm going to end up sliding, but like, do you two want to hold my hand or something? Y'all seem like you're having a rough time.
Abby, I'm gonna have you roll a dex. It's gonna be a difficult.
I figured you were.
If you give up your hand, that's a disadvantage, and you no longer have dice.
Say that again?
If you hold their hands, it's a difficulty 1. Mm-hmm. So 1 success has already been taken out. So you're basically rolling 1 dice. Mm-hmm. If you hold their hands, you get a disadvantage. So now, even if you roll a success, you take away that dice, you have no dice.
There you go.
You need hands.
Okay. Yeah. I know I'm probably just going to end up sliding. It was like, but at least I want to try to be careful about it. Like, damn.
How are you going to be careful about it with no hands?
Like, no, before, like I understand if I can't hold their hands now, but slide together. But yeah, might as well just slide together. I guess I could try to just carefully slide down.
Yeah, what was that dex roll?
Oh, yeah. Because you said it was 1 difficulty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only 1 success, so that negates it.
Yeah, you are able to you're able to control your slide, but you're sliding.
Yeah. Like but I just didn't want to just fully just yeet myself down. It's just like, okay, it was like, we're going down. I'll like I'll purposefully get on my butt to like kind of start sliding instead of just like eating myself down. Like, I don't want to.
Okay, who's going in the hole next? Arl.
Oh, friend. Arl.
Sorry. You can go, Archie. I just sort of assumed that Arl would have jumped by now.
Same.
I assume that too.
Hold on, let me check to see if Gabe is conscious. He might be asleep on the floor again. He doesn't have any pillows this time.
Could also be an issue with his mic or whatever. Also,
can you hear?
That happened earlier.
Are you jumping? You don't have to.
Okay, Mac just
Is it bullish?
I mean, three people have already jumped at this point. They're responsible how one has jumped at this point.
I shove someone else in.
I guess you would shove Mike X because Mac and I already jumped. Mike X is the only one left.
When did Mac jump?
Yeah, gotta get the scared one in there.
I'm sorry. When did Mac jump?
Right now.
Just typed.
You typed it out.
Great.
I'm in a different place, right?
Sean, I don't know where you are.
But you already went down. So either you push Sean or Mike X.
Yes, this is the door. Someone spoke the words. The door is open. Now it is a hole.
Yeah. And Carl and Jay already jumped. Then I looked back at everybody, making sure they're okay. And then I went down. Then I just looked. And Mac went after me.
Actually, I want to see. Vel, roll another dex to not get knocked off your feet by Mac jumping in.
Oh, no, I said I purposely get on my butt because I wasn't jumping down. I purposely
not knocked off your feet, but like knocked out of control. Knocked out of your controlled fall.
Was there any difficulty to that?
I want to say difficulty 1 because on top of Mac there is also Mike X being pushed in, and Archie, you can roll to resist, and this can be an opposed roll.
My guess is in state to resist.
Yeah.
I didn't get a success, by the way. It was I didn't figure I was gonna last, but I was trying my best.
You have two bricks, boulders, if you will, hurtling at you. The two biggest people in your party.
That's fair.
Honestly, I'm tempted to just be like, they hit you. No roll required. They hit you.
No, that's fair. Like, I didn't know how close we were, or like, how big is this opening? Because like, I was gonna.
That's what I was like. I'm giving you a roll. The reason I'm giving you a roll is because it's a pretty big opening, and it's like, they are huge, but there's just enough space that you could avoid them.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah. I was like, I was gonna ask them to slide next to me, but they didn't seem to be. Like, they went down on their own. So I was like, let me just go ahead and go.
What'd you roll, Evie?
Oh, I told you, I did not make that. You knew they were going to run.
Oh, you didn't make it? Cool.
No, I did it.
You're like trying to control your fall, and then the wind just gets completely knocked out of you as you narrowly avoid Mac, and then Mike Hacks just like fully uncontrolled tumble falling, like feet overhead, limbs going everywhere, tumbleweed of a person. Mike Hacks is just, you are now a part of this tumbleweed. There's no escaping.
And we're just glowing as we tumble. We're just glowing spotlight as we tumble.
And at the top, we have left 2. Arl and Mac. Why did I say Max? Arl and Sean. I don't know where Max came from.
Maximilian Zeus.
You should go down there. Figure out what's down there.
shrugs, goes.
Let's go. I follow.
And then there's one. There you go.
I just didn't want him to shut me down.
Okay. Eyeball itches. Cool. You guys all do land on top of each other as this was not well coordinated. Carl does take a wound as Jay falls on top of him, and then Mac falls on top of Jay, and then the tumbleweed falls on top of Mac, and then the two lightest members of the party just sort of like land gracefully on top. Arl lands gracefully on top. Sean just sort of tumbles in but doesn't do much damage.
Honestly, it could have gone worse for me.
Like a hand just reaches out from under this human pile, thumbs up, and you just hear like a very weak, very strained, worth it.
Sure. Yeah, I stand up to look around.
Okay, I'm assuming everyone is getting up, untangling. Nobody took a wound. It's just only Carl took a wound. Everybody else is fine. Maybe just like a little bit sore.
It hit. We hit. It hurt.
Yeah. You guys look around, and the first thing you notice before you even look up are the sounds of speech. And someone who has the note from Anne right now?
Probably me, because I took it from Carl. And unless I said I passed it around, but I don't know if anybody.
I imagine it would come back to you at some point because you were kind of leading the way to begin with.
Yeah. But I took it from Carl, and
you see
and of course
from the corner. You see from the corner of your eye a strange glowing, and you look down on the back of this note. Oh yeah, did Jay ever get his weapons back?
He can ask
Sean
for
had.
I have no clue what you said.
He can ask for them. I'm not gonna surrender them to him.
Oh yeah. Val, you see a glowing out the corner of your eye coming from the backside of this note.
I look at it.
Also signed A.N. You see that?
Okay.
Oh.
And you hear a voice, first in the language of these glyphs, and then in perfect common, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Welcome, visitors.
Thanks for having us.
And you don't hear that from outside. That is like the womp womp that Arl does. It is fully within your own mind, and it is a voice you do not recognize.
Yeah. But it's only on the note, it's not coming from anywhere else, is it?
Yeah, so as it says, welcome visitors, the greetings strangers lights up.
I just basically show it to everybody. I'm like, looks like this AN person is talking to us.
You copy the first symbol. Say hi back.
if you read off what the first symbol says, it does light up, but you don't get a response in your head anymore.
No, I'm saying like on the paper, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're writing it back down.
I'm saying I'm saying we, like, basically saying someone should is what my
this
text
is
is
in
saying.
character.
Yes.
Okay, great, got it, great, good.
Oh, I guess that would make sense if this is how this AN person is communicating. I guess I'll write it down, so. Because I did say it out loud, but I was like, okay, that makes sense. And it says that. Thank you for having us. Hello.
Your words do not light up. You do not get another response in your mind.
Interesting. Did everybody else hear that response or just me?
Everyone heard it.
Everyone heard it. Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me because I'm holding the note. This magic still perplexes me.
Do we still hear footsteps?
You guys hear footsteps and talking, and you look up, and the first thing you notice are these giant mushrooms with like bright patterns completely covering them. These weird giant bugs with hard turtle-like exoskeletons. And a people and a town. And their skin is a dark gray. Their eyes are completely white. And all of their hair is stark white. I think that's where we're going to end today's session.
Okay.
Okay, that's a nice thing.
So what was the last bit there? Sorry.
The people that you're seeing in this town, dark gray skin, pure white eyes, stark, like shock gray hair. Shock white hair. And they all look just a bit too tall, a bit too long.
Like, dark gray skin, white hair.
Is it just too tall or like lengthy too? Like weird proportions?
Like lengthy. Kind of like, sort of like someone was like stretched.
What color is their eyes?
White. Like
completely
solid white.
Solid white. Not glowing. No pupils, no iris.
That's what I figured.
And you guys all recognize what Jay was for a bit. Everybody say bye to Alistair.
Bye.
Bye, Alistair.